So today we have Beth Irons and Olivia Reynard from the Oneida County Public Market. And under a grant from USDA, the Oneida County Public Market has developed an online farmers market to help build connections between consumers and farmers of the market. Beth and Olivia will talk us through why they chose to develop the market and the process they used in choosing which sales platform to use, onboarding the farmers and promoting the online farmers market. They'll also talk about some of the lessons they learned along the way. And then once they have finished their presentation, they'll host a Q&A so that we can make sure to get everyone's questions answered. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Beth and Olivia.
Perfect. Beth, I will share the PowerPoint and then you can get us started.
Okay, we're seeing your screen, but also
I'm seeing the
next
notes
slide.
too.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can figure out. Hang on, I'm not quite sure. Let's see if I can share a different screen, maybe.
We have weather coming through Utica. We have weather coming through Utica.
Let's see, 1 second, pardon me. Let's share this screen. Okay, that's good. Okay. All right, Beth, do you want to start us off? Maybe. Beth, are you still there?
I'm here for the moment. I don't guarantee anything.
Do you want to start us off on the presentation?
Sometimes when the weather gets squirrely outside, the Union Station is not nice to the internet wave here. So if I pop out, Olivia will jump in.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's see here. I need to go to the next slide.
Oh, next slide.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give everybody a quick background on the market itself, and then bring us up to the point where we were, why we were, and when we were starting the online e-commerce platform. Olivia has done a masterful job setting it up and taking it and running with it. And I will let her handle that part of the presentation, and then we can both field questions at the end. So the Oneida County Public Market was started in June of 2011. We were started with funding with USDA Farmers Market Promotion Program, which we have gotten multiple times since the beginning of the market. As a matter of fact, the current grant that we are working to implement some changes at the market, including the e-commerce platform, has been through a Farmers Market Promotion Program, an FMPP grant. We applied in early 2019, which was actually pre-pandemic. So we were thinking about e-commerce platforms before it was kind of like the thing everybody was rushing to help make up for farmers markets being shut down in the pandemic. So I don't think of us as leading or cutting edge in any way, shape, or form at this point, but we were thinking about it before it was a thing. Now that's become, I think it's become a tool that everybody needs to have in their toolbox to some degree, but so far it's working well for us. The market was originally established by our current county executive, Anthony J. Pacenti Jr., to support nutritionally at-risk members of our community and to serve as an economic development initiative in Utica, downtown Utica's historic Baggs Square neighborhood, which was the original establishing neighborhood of the city of Utica back in the, early 1800s, late 1700s. So it's been around for a while. The Oneida County Public Market has been listed as one of the top 101 farmers markets in the country 3 times since its inception, which we're very proud of. And we host an average of about 35 vendors year-round, creating access for fresh, locally grown foods for over 20,000 consumers annually. Our number of participating vendors goes up a little bit around, actually significantly around the holidays. We usually get to 140 or 45 to 50 vendors. And then 30 to 35 vendors is summertime average. We do have some really popular marketing, which at the public market, which really helps drive traffic to the market. Power of Produce, which a lot of people in today's audience is probably familiar with, where the kids get wooden tokens to spend on fresh fruits and vegetables at each market session. We have coupled that with some piggyback programs that are basically kind of like a treasure hunt at every market. We call it the Busy Bee and the Curious Cardinal, where the kids in the summertime look for the Busy Bee who visits a different vendor each market session, and the Curious Cardinal who does it in the wintertime because bees hibernate in the wintertime. Something we started last year once, and we've been doing it monthly this year that's been very popular, are called Smoothie Bike Saturdays. We do have two smoothie bikes, one for like a tween size person and one for little ones, where the blender is mounted on the back of the bicycle. And we put in-season fruits, and we use oat milk because, you know, we don't know who has allergies to or is lactose intolerant and that kind of thing. And the kids ride their bike for probably about 30 seconds, make their own smoothie, and then they can go out to the farmer that we got the fruit from to buy the fruits to make smoothies at home. We also supply them with the recipe that we use to make the smoothie that day. Another event that we've had at the market that's been growing in popularity is grilling at the market, where we have our meat vendors. Actually, we provide them with a small charcoal grill. They grill one of their choices of meats, or one of they focus their meats in a recipe. For example, we have one vendor who uses her ground beef to make little slider patties, which are very popular. The smell alone drives people in. We've had some difficulty to get this one up and running on a regular basis this year because of lack of hands from the farmer's perspective. We want to keep it a happy, enjoyable event, so we don't want to stress that it has to happen. So we're doing it as the vendors are able to do it, and we've had some difficulty with it this year, but it's nothing that we're going to not do in the future. We're just going to do it as we can, provided the support from the vendors. Our recently created Kids Zone, Olivia was a big part of this. She kind of activated a partnership with our Child Care Council at Cooperative Extension. We also partner with SNAP-Ed. We've done that for several years. And we're partnering once again with our local public library, who does storybook hours. And they actually purchased a miniature farmers market setup that we put into this little corner of the space. That we have some picnic tables. There's some adorable little downsized shopping carts that the kids use. It's a very, very busy corner of the market. It's went over really well, and it is something that we're going to continue to do in the future. And as most markets, we offer a supplemental nutrition program called Double Up Food Bucks. We match dollar for dollar up to $20 per market day to SNAP dollars that are spent at the market. And this plays the same role as other supplemental nutrition programs that we're all familiar with, the Fresh Connect, the Central New York Food Bucks. We want to, above all else, we want to make sure that the people who are using their SNAP dollars to shop with us, we can help benefit them and help stretch those dollars as much as possible. And of course, always benefit our participating vendors. You can go to the next slide, Olivia. Or maybe not.
Yep, I'm on the next one.
Oh, there we go. Okay. As I mentioned before, there was a focus on growing the market. The public market became part of Cornell Cooperative Extension in July of 2019. Prior to that, it was kind of like a little standalone project within municipal government. And I was working as the market manager as an independent contractor. And the market had grown to the level that it could grow with one person and without access to more extensive resources. So the county made the decision to move operation and management of the public market into Cornell Cooperative Extension, Oneida County. And since then, we've been able to take advantage of increased resources, increased funding, increased hands to get the job done. And we decided in December of 2019, actually we decided in the spring before the public market became part of Cooperative Extension to apply for the FMPP grant. We were awarded the grant and in December of 2019, and the grant period goes through November of 2022. I'm sorry that I put the wrong date on there, didn't I? I wish it went to 2023, but it's only going to 2022. The awarded project includes building an e-commerce platform to allow our participating vendors to grow their customer base through an online portal connected to the public market. And for the time being, through the grant period, access for vendors to be on the e-commerce platform is restricted to those participating in the public market. So with sustainability discussions that we're now, we will most likely, and Olivia will elaborate on this, we'll most likely open up the e-commerce platform to other small farmers and producers around the area who want to be on the e-commerce platform too. Through the project, a full-time online sales coordinator, Olivia, was hired to establish the online platform, foster relationships with market vendors to recruit them to participate, and oversee the ordering process from beginning to end on behalf of the vendors and the consumers. She has done a wonderful job. I have no intentions of letting her leave. And on that note, I will happily introduce Olivia and have her take over.
Perfect. Thank you, Beth. So I wanted to start with just a little bit of background information about me. I graduated from St. Lawrence University in 2019. I was fortunate enough to live on our sustainability farm for 2 years, which really got me passionate about local food as well as just supporting our local producers. I started here at CCO Oneida in April of 2021, and then I started on this specific project in October of 2021. I also work at a farm-to-table restaurant in Utica part-time, so I like to stay very busy. And then I'm also an enthusiastic gardener and currently going through the process to become a master food preserver for CCO Oneida so that I can then teach preservation courses here at our offices. So now digging into our e-commerce site. So why did we start an e-commerce site? So during COVID, as we're all aware, online sales of products really blew up because people were told to socially distance, wanted to stay home more. So a lot of people were shopping online. So we wanted to be able to offer that same availability to our producers and make sure that they had the opportunities to reach a new customer base, as well as learn how to sell their products online. We also wanted to make shopping local a lot easier for our customers and more convenient. And then finally, we also wanted to try to bring in a new customer base who weren't normally coming to the market and see if we could reach them and get them connected with our local producers. So now a little bit into our e-commerce platform breakdown. So the platform that we use is called Local Food Marketplace. It is based out of Oregon, but they do have staff located all around the United States. It is definitely created more for food hubs, in that it has a lot of add-on functions that we don't necessarily need to use all of them, but it has worked really well for us. It does allow for multiple pickup and drop-off locations. So if you were a farmer's market and you wanted to do another pickup day, you would be able to do that on this site. And it also gives our producers each their own producer profile that they have control over, so they can add products and they can update availability on the site. So they really have the option of full control over what they want listed on the site. That's the main reason kind of why we chose this one over the other platforms, was because we wanted to make sure that our producers had that ability to kind of oversee what they wanted listed. And then I'll get into a little bit more of how that's worked out for us a little later down. And then just kind of wanted to break down the cost of what this platform is. So right now we have their standard package, which is going to be the second tier of their packages. So I believe they have 4 packages in total. We have a one-time setup fee of almost $1,000. And then after that, it is $169 a month. And then we also do use their subscription function, which I'll explain a little bit further as well, which is $25 a month. And then also to process payments, we do have to use a company called Authorize.net, which is an additional $25 a month. So it is a good financial investment. And I'll speak a little further down about how that investment has worked out for us and kind of the direction we might be going in the future. So how the platform works. So for our producers, they currently get to use the site for free because costs are covered by our grant. So that's been really great to be able to offer this opportunity for them. Like I said, each producer gets their own producer profile that they get to update products listed on the site. And then I also do a one-on-one initial training session with each producer to set up their producer profiles and then just kind of demonstrate how to navigate their profile and update products. And then a little breakdown of my role. So I oversee a lot of the back end of our site. I ensure that our storefront opens and closes for shopping at the correct times. I answer customer questions. I process the payments. I create new products and update inventory on the site when needed, when our producers get a little busy and they need a little help. So I'm always there to help them out. And then I do a lot of social media promotion. So a lot of the social media promotion we do right now is if like our producers add new products on the site, I make sure that I send a post out on our Facebook and our Instagram highlighting those new products so that people know that there's new things added to check out the site. And then I also make sure that I always post on the day that we open, and usually a couple hours, usually the morning before our site closes, I'll post again, let them know how many hours are left and make sure that they place those orders before our site closes. So our storefront schedule. So ours is set up as a pre-ordering system for pickup on the market on Saturdays. So our online storefront opens Mondays at 5 p.m. So it gives our producers from Saturday to Monday to go in, upload how much product they want to add, and also just kind of get a better idea of how much inventory they'll have for the week. And then customers have until Thursday at 5 p.m. to shop and place their orders. And Thursday at 5 p.m. our site will close. And then on our site, I did want to mention here just that we do charge a 3% service fee for our each order on the site. And I'll get into a little further why we charge that percentage and how it's kind of worked out for us. So then on Thursday nights at 5:30, our producers get sent a pick ticket email directly to them. And that kind of outlines what items they need to bring to the market. And then producers just gather those items and then bring them to the market with them on Saturday and just drop them off at our e-commerce table. Hopefully between 8 and 9 a.m. right before the market starts at 9 a.m. We do have some that kind of come and trickle in a little later. So occasionally have to be a little flexible and try to get it from them as soon as they get there. And then once I have all the items on the table, I'll then go and pack the orders accordingly and set them aside. And then customers can pick up their orders anytime between 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. on Saturday at the market. So our storefront is open for 4 days of shopping and then gives our producers enough time to make sure they can gather all the items ordered and then really easy pickup for our customers on Saturday. So I wanted to get down to a little breakdown of how our producers get paid. So Authorize.net only allows the platform to be linked to one bank account. So we've decided to link that bank account that to our CC Oneida bank account. So order payments are processed on Saturday after the customers pick up. We currently only accept credit cards, so Visa and MasterCard, and then hoping to add SNAP when that is all figured out at the federal level. And then those payments hit our bank account the following Monday. Each of our producers fill out a bank information sheet as well as a W-9 so that on that Monday, I'll submit appropriate paperwork to our finance department. And then our finance department will direct deposit the amounts owed to our producers that following Thursday. So payments and everything gets processed Saturday, and then our producers get their money on the following Thursday. Now getting into the fun of launching our site. So we soft launched our site November of 2022. We did a soft launch just for a couple of weeks just to make sure we had all the bugs figured out. We just did social media promotion, and then we officially launched it January of 2022. We started the site with 7 Oneida County public market vendors with roughly 50 products on our site. We launched during our winter season, so sales were a little slow to start. Definitely took some time to spread the word about the site, that it was a new shopping option and that it was available. And then we can only offer pickup at the market right now. So customers have expressed interest in delivery, but it just isn't a feasible option for us right now. So we are kind of trying to figure out potentially growing the site in the future to maybe do some other drop-off locations as opposed to doing kind of home delivery. So how we adapted. So since we had those slow sales to start, we had to adapt a little bit. So we sent out a press release beginning of February, and that was picked up by 3 local news outlets, and that definitely helped increase site traffic a lot. We jumped from a lot more customers when that went out. So that was super great. And then we also added curbside pickup option for customers. So that definitely during the winter months, I think that helped with sales of people wanting to come to the market, but being able to stay in their warm, comfy cars and not have to get out in the cold. We did a raffle basket for customers to try to entice people to come shop on the site. So each time someone placed an order on the site, they were entered in a drawing to win an Oneida County Public Market vendor gift basket. and this gift basket had over $250 worth of local products, as well as gift certificates that our vendors all donated. So that was super, super nice of them and super great. And the person who won it was incredibly grateful to win the basket and all the goodies and share all the goodies with other people. We've also added produce boxes starting in July of 2022. So this is similar to a CSA share, and this is what I do use that subscription option on our site for, because it allows us to put them up there and people can buy it in a full month or they can buy it weekly. So that's been a really great addition. And we worked with one of our farms who is a CSA farm, but they didn't sell all of their CSA shares. So they had extra ones. So it worked out that we can still help them out. And we do offer half and full share sizes. And then this fall, I'm hoping to be able to offer a breakfast meal box option as well. So hoping to start with kind of like a simple breakfast of like eggs, milk, bacon, veggies, hopefully mushrooms as a vegetarian option. I'd love to be able to have a meat and vegetarian option for our customers. So that is soon to come. And then a little breakdown of just some statistics of how we've grown since we started. So we started with 7 vendors, and then as of now, today, we have 17 vendors who have joined our e-commerce site. We started with 50 products, and now we have over 200 products. Products on the site include both food items, so that includes produce, meat, dairy products, bee products, the other value-added food products, as well as local artisan items. So we have photography, jewelry, beauty products, and a lot of home decor items on our site. So a nice mix of local products available. So far, we have 104 customers who have registered on our site. So customers can go on our site and they can look around, but if they want to add a product to their cart, they would then have to sign up and register as a customer. So that's what that registered means. We've had 47 orders placed so far, which has generated $2,331 in total sales since we started. And then just a little breakdown of our best-selling products on there are definitely going to be our food items, specifically our meat, our dairy products, and our produce items. Those have been selling the best on there. As we get into our holiday market season, I'm curious to see if we might have a shift in some of our artisan items may be selling a little bit more because people will be looking for local gifts for people. So now I'm just going to do a short little demo here of just what our site looks like. So this is going to be our homepage. So it's just a little first landing page that people come to when they get to the site. We have our shopping schedule right here for them, a few customer reviews. Because we move, our market is all year round and we are outside in the summer and move inside in the winter. I did a little map up in here just to show where we are located in the summer and then also where our curbside pickup location is. So that's where that is. And then a little highlight of our produce boxes that are available to make sure people know that that's an option. And then just some upcoming dates, as well as if they want to join our email list that they can sign up for that right there. I did also create a little website user guide, see if it wants to load for me, of just if someone was a new customer on the site, they're a little confused of how to set everything up. They can come here and it breaks down step by step just how to register as a customer and how to add things to their cart. And then I will go over to our products so you can see what that looks like. So this is our shopping page where all of our products are listed. We're kind of hitting that peak produce season, which is nice. We have a good amount of produce on here listed. I can also feature certain items. So that's what we have new this week. I have these 4 new items that are new. So I get to feature those. And then we have also a lot of our local meat options. Don't mind the little rooster. That is just our default image. If a producer doesn't add in an image, we have the rooster up there. So we have all those. And then I'll just scroll down to show you some of our artisan items as well. We have lots of good food items. And then we have some artisan items. So we have some candles on here, our jewelry, and our photos as well. And we'll just go back up to the top real quick and show you our subscriptions page. So this is what we added on as an option for that $25 a month so that we can offer our produce boxes. So as you see, we have our full share available for pickup this Saturday. We also have our half share available for pickup this Saturday. So customers can go in and choose which one they want. We have a Meet Your Producers page where it kind of goes and shows all of our producers. And then if you click on one of them, it will actually give you more information about them, their website. So that's nice that we get to offer that connection for them as well. Recipes, this will just link us right over to our Oneida County Public Market website and bring us to our recipes page. So if they want some ideas of stuff in season, they can go there and check out our recipes. And then sign up. So if they want to register as a customer, that's where they can go to sign up. And then a contact us page, which is usually pretty general for most online sites. So if they have a question, it'll come right to us and we can answer that for them. So that is a little brief overview of our site. Now I'll head back to our presentation. So now just getting into a little bit of what we've learned. So I'm going to start with the cons, our little bumps in the road. So like I said, our artisan items haven't been selling super well on the site. But like I said, we started in the winter time. We kind of started just after our holiday season, and it's been our food items have been selling really well in there. So we'll see how our next upcoming holiday market season goes if we get a change in that. And then we've also learned that local food marketplace is probably not the most sustainable option for our market going forward. We will most likely end up switching to Squarespace just so that we can have our website. So we are going to be redoing our website and have our e-commerce site all on one site. And then also just for the cost of maintaining local food marketplace, it just isn't as sustainable of an option for us. So that is why we're going to probably end up switching over. And a lot of our producers have actually been super busy. And so they actually prefer just kind of sending me an inventory list and me going in and updating that on our site, as opposed to them going in their own profiles. So they haven't really been using that as much. So that's something that we've definitely realized that they just don't necessarily need. We will have to start charging our producers a fee in the future so that we can cover costs of operating the site. This fee will most likely end up being charging a percentage of their total sales at the end of the year. We have been playing around also with doing like a fixed fee per market season. So we have our summer season, our holiday season, and our winter season. But I did send out a survey to our producers, and a lot of them seem to prefer kind of the percentage of their sales. Our summer season has been pretty slow for e-commerce sales, which was different than what we thought, but it makes a lot of sense because people are still coming out of the pandemic, and a lot of them, people just want to physically be at a farmer's market and catch up with people and get to interact with people in person. So that makes a lot of sense. So we'll see if maybe our sales will up once we get into those colder months and people don't want to venture out as much. And then getting producers to consistently list products on the site can be difficult. So a lot of our producers get very busy during the growing season, like I said, but they don't always have time to update. So that's when I just kind of remind them via email that if they don't have time to do it, that they can always just send me a list and I will update it for them. I don't mind at all. And that's been the most successful in getting them to add their products to the site, is me just reaching out and getting that inventory list and doing that for them. And then also, since our artisan items haven't been doing super well, some of our artisan vendors have been a little discouraged by lack of sales. And so now they don't really list as many items on there. We've also run into an issue of some hidden fees that we were unaware of when we first launched. So like I said, we charge a 3% service fee on our site, and the plan was for this to cover some of our operating costs, just like generating a small amount of revenue so that we could cover some of our costs. But we unfortunately found out that majority of this service fee, pretty much 2.9% of that fee, actually gets taken out by our bank before it hits our bank account. And we were unaware of this until we launched. So it's something that we are trying to figure out now and figuring out how to adapt to make sure that we can sustain this platform beyond the grant. And then moving into some positives, some pros. Our site has been really great for customers who normally wouldn't be able to attend the market. So we've had some people share that majority of them are 60 years or older, and some have even shared that they are disabled and just like how grateful they are for the site. So I have just a little quote there from one of our customers. The variety and support of local New York State small farm source food is a nice find this time of year. So it's been great to get that feedback from our customers who normally wouldn't be able to get down to the market or who can't move around as easily, that they are still able to shop local, and they've been very grateful for that. Our curbside pickup was a great addition. I would say probably 60 to 70% of our orders on the site, people tend to request curbside pickup. So that's been really great. And I think as we get into the winter months, like I said, that curbside pickup is probably going to be used more frequently. Food items have been selling really well on the site. So that's been really good for our food producers. And then producers who consistently sell on the site, so who are always listing there, have been very pleased with their sales because they actually get to walk into the market that morning and they already know that they have sales for that day. So that's been really great for them. And then consistency is key. So getting our vendors to consistently list their items on the site, that's what our customers want. So when our customers, maybe they come to the site, they don't place an order right away, but when they come back to the site, when they want to place an order, they're going to want to see that those products are available. So that's why it's a little difficult with some of our producers who have been a little discouraged by it, making sure that to remind them that it'll eventually pick up. We just have to have that consistency there, and that's what our customers want to see. So that is wrapping it up. So I guess we'll open up the floor now for questions.
So we're a small crowd, so if you have questions, just go ahead and unmute yourself so you can ask your questions. Okay, I'll get things started for us on that. You said you have 104 customers that have signed up for your online market. How frequently does each of them actually order? And then what is the average size of a sale?
Yeah, so right now, like I said, summertime, we're a little slow. So we are averaging probably 1 to 3 orders each Saturday. And those have been ranging from anywhere of like $30 in sales up to, we have one woman who consistently places really large orders, and she places anywhere between $100 to $200 worth of an order. We do have some, actually, majority of our customers who have placed orders have placed reoccurring orders. So they come back and they use the site again. And so that's really encouraging that they have enjoyed using the site, and then hoping that they kind of share that out. But yeah, so I think I answered. Did I answer your full question there, Diane?
Yeah, you did. Actually, I'm impressed by the size of those sales. So to me, I would have been a little worried that my farmers would be upset because you're not getting a great number of sales each week, but the size of them kind of makes up for that, at least in my mind.
Yes, yeah, and like I said, our meat producers have been doing the best on the site. I think that's what our customers really want to see, and I thought that during this time of year that our produce on there, because we have a wide array of produce, that would be selling a little bit better, but it's actually selling a little less than what I thought. But I guess it makes sense. Maybe some people like to physically be at a market, pick out exactly which produce they want, make sure that they get the best of the best. Some people, I think that's how they like to shop their produce. So makes sense.
Yeah. Anyone else have a question?
I have a question on the 3%. So is that 3% of the sale that's taken out or added to the total order? Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. So 3% of their total order, yep, is charged.
Thank you.
Of course.
And that's charged to the consumer, not the farmer.
Correct, yes.
Okay. I'm curious about your outreach because I know that you're doing Instagram and Facebook, but how are you reaching beyond your market customers?
Yeah, so what I forgot to mention in there is that this year, Beth and I have decided to work with a local media company called Town Square Media, and we've been very grateful for their help, and they've actually helped us launch a media campaign this year, which has helped just spread information about the market in general, but also to spread information about how we have this e-commerce site and try to reach some new people. So they have some really great options that we are utilizing. So they are helping us with a social media campaign, which yes, we're already doing some social media, but getting more out there as well is great. And then they also have this function, which I believe is called like Geo Fencing, where they can actually target people in specific zip codes. So we have people in Utica that we're specifically trying to reach. And so whenever those people on their phones will search anything related to farmers market or local food or health or something like that, our little ad will pop up on the side of their little search engine. So that I think has definitely helped us reach more customers, especially more customers that are closer to Utica, because as I'm sure Beth can expand upon, is that we can get customers to come from a couple towns over who come to our market, but it's hard getting those customers who live right across the street to come over and check out the market.
And I've also taken advantage. I'm starting to a little bit at a time go back to pre-pandemic promotion, which I did a lot of live appearances on local radio and television. And whenever I'm in front of a microphone or a camera, the e-commerce platform is always something that I make a point to mention that we have it and refer people to our website to follow up on more of it. So it's kind of taking advantage of what we've done in the past, but also, like Olivia said, we've done surveying year round to find out how the summer market consumer, the winter market consumer, and she's right. I mean, and this kind of shocked me when I realized this after we did a dot survey at the market one day, is we actually had more people saying they came from more than 5 miles away from the market to attend the market than we did from within the neighborhood. And it was good to know that, but it was always kind of bad to realize that, you know. It said we can get them to, you know, be 2 towns or 2-3 towns over, load the family into the car, put the baby stroller in the back or the wheelchair in the back or whatever, and come to the train station and unload and come in and shop. We can do that easier than we can get people to roll out of bed on a Saturday morning across the street and walk across the street for a hot cup of brewed coffee and some fresh baked goods and some fresh fruits and vegetables. And social media, I mean, I don't think it's a secret for anybody, but the social media is really, I won't even say it's up and coming, it's here. It's been here for a while. And with Town Square Media's reach, in addition to our reach, in addition, you know, that coupled with Olivia's guidance on, you know, what's been working and where, you know, her input on where we should be appearing and popping up. It's really, I think right now we're doing a pretty good job of kind of playing the traditional with what we know now works with the people who are out there, you know, the 20 somethings and up who grew up with technology, this kind of technology, and is out there making their food buying decisions. And we want them to come down here and, you know, make some of those decisions to come down to the public market and support our local producers. So I think the help of having Town Square Media on board really kind of allowed us to really expand our reach and understand how far we could get the message. So it's been a good decision for us this year.
I'm curious though what your farmers are saying, both, you know, about the participating in your online market, but also I'm kind of curious what their thoughts are on the curbside pickup part of it.
We have had some vendors who are pretty adamantly against our e-commerce site, because in their mind, they think that we are taking away customers who would normally come to the market and kind of going against what we want to do as a market, is bring more people to the market, get more people to walk around, buy more products. But the way that we approach it in our mind is that we want to reach a new customer base. We want to reach the people that aren't already coming to the market, the people that maybe have a harder time coming to the market, or they don't have as much time to actually come to the market. They're living busy lives, those busy moms and busy dads who maybe don't have as much time to come down or corral the kids to come down and get to the market. So we have had some vendors who are hesitant about it, but we try to explain our approach and our thoughts of, we're not trying to take the people who are already at the market away from the market and to use the site, but instead we're trying to reach new people in a different customer base. And so we've had some people that have been the ones who are on the site and participating. They understand that and they're grateful for this new way to reach new people. And actually I sent a survey out last week, and one of my questions on there was, do you think the e-commerce site has helped expand your customer base? And everyone that responded did say yes, that they think it helped expand their customer base. So that was really good feedback to hear from them.
Yep. I like the way that you explained it to them too. So it kind of turns a negative into a positive.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, because I understand their point of view and that they're fearful that it's going to take people away from our market. But like I said, like this summer, we have so many events going on all the time that I think we are drawing a lot of people to the market. And I think we're kind of at almost our pre-pandemic numbers of people attending the market, which is really great to see.
We're actually slightly above pre-pandemic numbers, so.
Yeah, so I think now that we have our e-commerce site and we're able to reach new people, that'll just draw in even more people hopefully to the market, or at least spread the word about that the market exists, and just continue to grow our customer base who comes to the market and our customer base who also uses our e-commerce site.
So does anyone else have any questions?
I will turn the slide just so that our contact information is up there in case anyone wants to reach out to us as well.
Yes, and it's also in your chat pod. So if you want to get that out of there, you can as well. Okay, then I appreciate your taking the time to give this presentation to us. I know we didn't have a big crowd on today, but we do have a lot of people that go back and watch these afterwards on our website, because we do have a number of people that are already busy in markets today and every Tuesday. So I want to thank you again, both Beth and Olivia. Very interesting, very informative, and it's great to see something working beyond the pandemic. So I'm hoping we're going to talk again in another few months and see that you guys are still increasing. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye and thank you all for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.